This conference will now be recorded.
Sorry, your mic is muted.
What is it, Sanjay? Pranav, whomever it is. What I didn't understand. Could you tell me?
I was just saying that your mic was muted.
Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I only muted. I'm not talking anything now. Just a minute, and let me, get to the topic, and then we'll start. Okay, guys. We arrived the topic, the loops topic. Okay, and okay, let's start. See, guys. Okay, we're going to talk about loop. So, what is a loop here, and why do we need loops? That is another important thing we need to discuss. When you talk about loop, loop performs a repetitive task. Okay, it does something again and again, and that's what we call a loop is. Okay, until a condition is false. Of course, loop executes based on some condition. All of you have the habit of going to a temple or this kind of a thing. And do you do generally, if you go to a temple, you do some uh, rounds, right? I'm talking about people call it as pradakshinas. Usually, I'm not that good at going to temples, but still, I see people doing that. So, even that is also a kind of looping only. How many of you go to the temple? Do you have temples in nearby your places?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we go.
Yeah. Will you do that rounds? Will you just go around the temple and make some 3 rounds? That is actually the regular thing people do, doing 3 rounds. Okay. That is a kind of loop concept. Let me just quickly bring the concept of looping from that temple rounds to this looping topic. Let's connect it. Usually, you go to perform some rounds. Your condition is you want to do 3 rounds, or sometimes exams are very near. You might increase the rounds. Okay, it might be some 100 and x rounds. 100 and I am not sure about the count. 108 8 rounds. I assume that sometimes 1008 also. Okay. Whatever it is, that is the condition. How many times you want to do the rounds in a temple? That is one thing. That's a condition. Okay. Assume that let us stick for 3. It's easy to analyze. Now if you finish 3 rounds, then you are done with that task. So that's you have already a condition with you, isn't it? Because you need to do 3. Now you go to a temple, and then initially in your mind you didn't do any round. That state we call it as you know you can consider it as 0. What's your counter there? It is a 0. Okay. Now you make 1 round. After doing 1 round, definitely everyone will increment that to 0 to 1. Again every time you do a round, Sandy, please mute
Yep.
it. Okay. Uh, every time you do a round, you also think in the mind, am I done with 3? That is also there. You compare this with the that condition also. So did I finish 3? No. Then again you do 1 more round. Again you increment that 1 to 2. Again your mind will check, did I uh, done with, am I done with that 3? No. Then again you do 1 more round. Then you increment that round to 3. Again what you compare that with the condition, am I done with 3 rounds? This time, yes, you are done with that thing. Then what happens? You will stop there. Got it? So that's the looping topic. When you are doing the best example is that, okay, in this example you have a condition, you have an initialization, and you have an incrementation. When you do all this, then you finish that task of doing rounds. Otherwise, either you don't start at all, or you will be in the temple forever. This is what happens. If you don't do initialization, you don't start. If you don't increment from round to round, you will be doing on rounds from morning to evening, or for the rest of the life. So even then your condition doesn't meet. And the final one is what is that? The condition part. Condition will meet either you start with the proper initialization or proper incrementation. Even though condition is there, you have to take care of that as well. You got it right? So that's it, guys. Got some idea? So that's what loop is. Loop is something which performs a repetitive task. Repetitive task till what? Till the condition is false. Until condition is false. Once it is false, it will stop. Otherwise, it keeps on repeating or iterating. That's what a loop is. Then we can use this loops. Actually, we have 2 types of loops here. Leave about this. But now I don't want to talk about this one. We have 2 loops here. One is a while loop. The other one is a for loop. Now let me talk about while. Like in Java, we don't have a do while here. There is no do while here, folks. Are you following? You don't
Yes,
have do.
sir.
We have only 2 loops in Python. These basic loops. Those are while and for. That's all. We don't have do while. Let us switch to the while. While or for does the same. Means they perform repetitive task until a condition is false. But the point is, what is the execution flow here? How it works? Okay, and what is the syntax? First, let's understand syntax of while here. Later on, we'll talk about for. While means it's like if only. You have a while and then you have a condition, and then inside that you have statements. At the end, you might declare incrementation or decrementation. And this statement you can declare in the beginning as well. It's not like you should use it in the end only. You can put it in the middle also. But it's a good practice to declare this incrementation or decrementation at the end of the loop. Okay. You know what is incrementation or decrementation? I taught you when we discussed this assignment operators. You remember, right? I told you how to increment something by 1 or 2 or 10. Also, we had a discussion how to decrement something. We use that increment statement, a equal to a plus 1, a equal to a plus 2, something like that. So that's it. Now the execution flow is like this. If this condition is true, then the control comes inside, and then this finally the statements are executed. At the end, this uh, incrementation or decrementation is done. You understand, right? Then again, it doesn't stop there. Again, it will go back to the while. Again, check the condition. If it is true, again statements are executed. Again, incrementation happens, and it doesn't stop here. Again, it will go to the beginning of loop. Again, check condition. I told you the temple example, right? Something like that. You don't stop doing rounds, right? You keep on doing rounds when until your condition is false. Got it right? So that's what the execution flow is. Understood now? And it is something like this. Maybe let me show you. So a small flow chart so that it will be more. No, you can start learning that also now. Okay. While loop flow chart. You watching movies also sometimes. This kind of things. Okay. This is little colorful. Let me take a colorful this thing. Now this is while loop. Forget about do while because we don't have do while here. Okay. And this is while. So what happens here now? You start at something that is initialization and then you come and check the condition. If it is true, you do the task. That block of statements are executed. And then again, you go back to the condition. Can you see? Again, you go back. And this continues. Can you see? If it is true, again do task, go back. If it is true, again do task, go back. Suppose if it is false, then you stop the execution of loop. Can you see this now? This is how this while loop works. It's got it now? Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Clear now?
Yes, sir.
So next one. I will do a small program now. Once if you get this clearly, I would like to talk about loop basics first. Okay. And then we'll do a small program. So if you talk about while, with any while loop, you have what is that? Three things here. You have an initialization, you have a condition, you have incrementation or decrementation. Initialization means it tells about where the loop should start, with what value it should start. Condition means how many times loop should iterate. Incrementation or decrementation, we call it as a step statement. For any loop, you need these three. For loops, for some loops, they are directly there in the program. They are explicitly there, but in some loops, they are implicitly available. For while loop, we can see them explicitly. For loop, we see them implicitly. But whatever loop it is, these are essential. These are necessary. Okay. What do you need for a loop? You need an initialization, a condition, and a step statement. Initialization is something where the loop should start. Condition is something how many times loop should iterate. Incrementation or decrementation is a step statement. I think this is clear, right? We'll see with a small example. Let us do a small program just to get a quick idea. From there onwards, you can take it forward. Okay, once we do that, from there we can take it forward. You can take it forward, not me. First program. This is very basic program for loops. What is that? Program to print numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, that is the basic requirement. Here, you should take one loop variable without which you cannot perform this looping. You need to declare some variable, not necessarily I, it can be anything. It can be A, it can be X, it can be Z. It's up to you. But I took here I, that's my loop variable. Without loop variable, you cannot perform these iterations. So you need a variable here to iterate across the loop. That is one thing. Second thing, you should initialize it with some value. Okay. Next one, you should declare a condition here. Okay. So here my condition is I should print up to 10. What is it? I should print up to 10. Means what should I do? What should be my condition? Like some people say I equal to 10. That means if I value is 10, then only you are saying you are telling to the loop. No, you are guiding the loop to iterate it. Got it right? It's not correct. You have to start with 1 and end with 10. Then you have to declare a condition like this: I less than or equal to 10. Excuse me. Until I value becomes 10, you should keep on iterating. Got it? So first time I is 1. You come here, check the condition. 1 less than or equal to 10 is true. Then the control go to the while block. You just print that I, and then you increment I by 1, because we have to go for 1 to 10, right? It's we should increment by 1, not by 2 or 3 something. Okay. Then I increments by 1. I becomes 2. Control comes here and check the condition, and 2 less than or equal to 10. It is true. Again comes inside print I. Again I increments. I becomes 3. Come back to the loop, and 3 less than or equal to 10 is true. Excuse me, guys. Okay. And then print I, and this happens until I becomes 10. Once I becomes 10, you print that 10 as well. Then I becomes 11. The control comes here. It says 11 less than or equal to 10. It's false. Then okay. Then the program gets terminated. By the time, what are the result you want to see? All that result is printed there. You got it right? Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
So that's it, guys. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So now write a program to print numbers from 1 to 10. Test this. Then we start doing the programs, logics. Program to print 1 to 10. That is one thing. Do it now. Anybody has questions on whatever I have discussed so far? So do this, then we'll talk more programs. Okay. What about others? Is it done, guys? Okay. I think I'll just run this code once. Mm, Take a variable, loop variable, I equal to 1, while I less than or equal to 10. Print of I. Okay, and then you should increment I equal to I plus 1. Either you don't increment, either you don't initialize, your loop doesn't move forward. Either you don't have a condition. Without any one of these three, your loop is not going to function properly. You got it right? So you need this where to start. I want 1 to 10, so I initialize this to 1. And then how many times I should iterate? So I took this condition. And every time I iterate, I should increment. So I put this. Okay, let me run it. Perfect. Got it. Suppose if I want to print it in the same row, in the same line, not line by line, then we can use this attribute in the available in the print statement, what we call end. And to that, what you can do, you can assign something like /t here. Okay, you understand it? And then run manually. Perfect. Can you see it now? So what you have to do is, if you don't want line by line, and if you want the result to be in the same line, then you can do one thing, guys. You can just after that, at the end of the print, okay, you can use this attribute and then you can set it to /t stuff, leaving it like that. By default, it is /n. Even if you don't declare it as /t, okay, it's by default /n. But I don't want line by line. I want the output to be displayed in the same line. Then I should use what? /t. Okay, just for idea. All these are formatting techniques. Got it right? So that's it, guys. Got it? Sandy, I think there is some issue with the condition here. Did you check that? Did this program work for you? Okay, Sandy, did this program work for you? Whatever you have, no, you have posted here, right, in the chart. Did it work for you?
Sandy, can you hear, sir?
I cannot hear him.
Yeah, he did like 1 to infinity instead of 1 to, or 10 to infinity he did.
Still, that's not valid. Or last year. Who is that's talking to me?
Yeah, last year, sir. I'm just telling what he did wrong.
Still, there is a no, something is missing out of it. Even though it is 10 to 1, then the increment should change. It should become minus. It's not.
Yeah, he's doing, his is gonna be an infinite loop.
Hmm?
His loop will go on forever because in his condition he did I is greater than or equal to 10, so it would be an infinite loop.
Correct. Correct. So that's what I am asking Sandy. So is Sandy? What happens to Sandy? I'm not able to hear from him.
Oh, me? I got a glass of water. That's it.
So okay, Sandy.
Oh, I
Somewhere.
accidentally wrote greater than. I meant to write less than. I is less than
Okay, fine.
equal.
But it's fine. Why you when you do this? No,
Huh?
This is not correct, right? This has to be modified a bit, Sandy. I asked you to print 1 to 10. You gave me 10 to 1. And it's not on right track. The code is missing out something. Okay. You got,
Okay. Yeah.
so point one, listen carefully. See, what I request is for some time you try to do program for the problem I am asking you for some time. Later on, you can go with as you like. Okay, that is one thing. Number two, here in the code, you are doing 10 to 1. Then this does this code work? Did you test this code before you post to me?
No.
I am asking you, Sandy. Did you test this code before you have posted to me?
No, sir.
Then you have to test, right? If you blindly post to me, there is no use of what is that spending time and giving time for you people. You got it right? You get that, Sandy?
Yes, sir.
So what you have to do is you should test and give me the post the result. Okay. If you just blindly post something there, then you don't know what is the mistake you are doing. Again, I need to correct that. But when you do it, I don't need to correct it because then and there itself some idea. Still, if you have issues, you can ask me. Got it right, Sandy?
Yes, sir.
So what is the mistake you are doing in the code? Suppose I want 10 to 1, then what correction you have to do to this code if I want 10 to 1? There is one
Uh,
change you have to do to that.
you have
Huh?
to do I is less than or equal to 10.
So that's for 1 to 10. I am asking for 10 to 1. Okay, you have done this. There is a small
You have
correction
to
in
do
the code.
I is greater than or equal to 10.
Huh?
You have to do I is then greater than or equal to 10, right?
No, you are not listening to me. I need 10 to 1. Then what change I have to do to this code? This one. Let me copy and paste it to the my so that you can
Oh, you
clearly
have to
see
do
that.
I equals 10, and then you have to do I is greater than or equal to 1.
Okay. Then what else? Still one more correction is there in the code. What correction you have to do?
Then you have to do I plus 10. Then print
See,
I, then do I equals I
when you
plus
are
10.
saying 10 to 1, you are doing decrementation. When you are doing decrementation, what is that you are doing here? Are you incrementing or decrementing here?
They're decrementing. So I is equal to I minus 1.
Yeah, correct. You should not use I plus 1. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Test the first code, correct your code, and see what is that mistake you have done. Analyze that. Again, okay, you have to analyze
Yes,
it.
sir.
Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
others, then you can continue doing these tasks. Solve these problems first. Keep solving all of you. From today, you don't have time to just you know wait. You have a lot of problems to solve. Pro- Print numbers 10 to 1, then program to print even numbers from
Okay, sir.
even numbers from 1 to 10. Enough. Odd numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. So in the first case here, even numbers without if in the code in loop. Here also without if in loop. Okay. And if maybe if you want to know that, I will explain. Nothing to worry. I will solve all these problems later on. Little later, you will be independent. Only if someone wants me to solve, I will keep solving. Otherwise, you are independent. That's all. Even numbers with if in loop. And then odd numbers with if in loop. Okay. Try to finish this programs. Finish this programs, and then we'll move further after that. See, you test and submit the answers, okay? Unless until you have already practiced those and you are pretty much confident. Otherwise, just test it once. And are you solving all that?
Yes, sir. I just sent 3 of the codes.
Yeah. So it's last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sandy, how about you? Are you solving these problems?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm done.
Who is it? Last year?
Uh, yes, sir. Lasya.
Yeah, good last year. Excellent. What about others? Just tell me once you are done. Last year told me she's done and I have verified all her programs. She's good. Similarly, others, just tell me a word so that I can check all the programs and confirm that. Okay, finished it, Snigdha? Shreya, did you finish all your programs?
Yes,
Complete one.
sir.
So, did you post all that?
No, I'm in the process.
Okay. Sandy, what about you? I didn't see any program from you. Sandy? So what about you? I didn't see any program from you.
Yes, sir. Almost done.
Okay. All of you are done with Pranav, you finished it? Shreya?
Yes, sir, I'm done.
Yeah. How about Shreya? Are you done, Shreya? Sandy, I didn't see any of your answers. Are you sending any answers?
Hmm.
Sandy,
Yeah. Please, 1 minute.
first, please send me what programs you have done so far.
I've done the first three. I mean, I've done the with the even without the with the two withouts and the one with the even number without and then even odd number with.
Yeah. Please post those answers, okay? Just post those answers.
Is that my computer's really slow?
Okay. But you
I
have,
had to reload the compiler. I had to reload the online online compiler. Uh,
okay, no issues, sir. I'll do one thing. You can submit me those answers after session. Okay.
yeah.
So you do one thing then. First, you observe, I'm just solving all that quickly. This is something
See.
observe here, concentrate here if you miss anything.
Yes, sir.
And if you have questions, you can ask me. Anybody has doubts, you can ask me. I need 10 to 1. If it is 10 to 1, what should I do? I should initialize my value to 10. The condition should change here. I should say I greater than or equal to 1. Means, I should turn from 10 to 1. So that's the condition here for this. Okay. Next one. Print I. You don't need okay, and here not necessary. Then you should decrement this, not increment. I equal to I minus 1. Like this. So this is 10 to 1. Got it? Next one. Printing even numbers from 1 to 10. Set this to 0. And same condition. I less than or equal to 10. And then you should increment this by 2 here. Okay. That's even numbers. Or you can initialize this I to 2 also. It's up to you whether to start from 2 or whether to start from 0. So that's how you get even numbers. Got it? Then odd numbers. A small change here. If you set this I to 1, then it gives you odd numbers. Okay. And then I ask you, this is without if. Suppose if I do the same and I don't want to increment by 2 here, or I don't want to start with 2. I don't need to set initialization to I equal to 2 or 0, but still I should be able to get even numbers or odd numbers. There should be a condition check in the loop. So I want an if check if inside a loop, and it should do the condition check, and based on that I need the result. Then what should I do now? Inside this, you just take something like if I percentile to equal to 0. Okay, you know this, how to check whether a number is even or not. Then print off. You should print it only if it is even. And print has to be inside this if here. Okay, and then increment I equal to I plus 1. Can you see that? I'm incrementing by 1, and then I initialize to 1. Still I should get even numbers. Can you see that? I need odd numbers. What should I do? Then I should say I percentile 2 not equal to 0. Then run this. And you get odd numbers. Got it? Understood now? So this is with if inside while to check even numbers. All of you go understood this? Sandy, did you do this? Did you do this, Sandy? Are you going to
Yes, sir. I
talk?
did that. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's about these programs. Okay, we'll move to the another few more programs. We'll do a few more. Program, right? How to print 1 to 10, 10 to 1, checking events are not like that. Write a program to find sum of numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. So this is the program. How you are going to solve this? This is one of the very important and very fundamental logic. And you are going to use this in many times. You are going to use it many times throughout your programming this thing. It is not like it's just we are going to just stop with this program here, but this is going to travel with you in various other logics. Okay. So now what? Now you do one thing now. You need to find sum here, sum of first 10 numbers. You count, you just do the sum in your mind and tell me what is sum of all first 10 numbers 1 to 10. Just do the sum in the mind, not through program, and tell me how much you get there. What is the total you get? Total sum you get once after doing sum in the mind. All of you, Sandy including you.
Could you repeat that again, sir?
Huh?
Can you please repeat that again?
I want you to calculate sum of first 10 numbers 1 to 10, to calculate it in your mind and tell me the total of first 10 numbers. Do it in the mind. You don't need a computer for that. Calculate in the mind and tell me.
Okay, sir.
Sir, it's
Yeah, please unmute and tell me.
55.
55, perfect. How about others? Even though you know it is 55, I want everybody to calculate that in the mind, because how your mind thinks, that becomes the program. See, the program is nothing but the way your mind thinks is nothing but a program. Got it? Logic is something how your mind thinks. That's what we do here. We can think something in the brain without any difficulty. But the point is how you are going to convert it to a program is a challenge. But if you know that knack of converting your mind thought process into a program, then you don't find programming any difficult at all. That is where many people were missing. What I'm saying is that how do you transform the thought process of mind to a code is the point here. If you can do that, then there is nothing like programming. Now, let's see that this is your mind. Initially, it is 0. And then, and even sum is 0. You don't have any total in the mind. The total is 0. Now, what you are going to do, you increment, mind is 0. And you have a variable here, I equal to 1. And this assume that this mind is set to 0. Now, what you do right now in the first iteration, you add this 1 to 0, 1 to your mind. 0 plus 1, how much? 1. What do? You replace your previous value in the mind with this new value. That becomes how much? Mind is now set to, this is set to 1. Okay, mind is 1. Now, what do you do right now? And I is 2 now. Now you add this I to mind. How much? 1 plus 2, how much? 3. And you replace that in the mind itself. Okay. Now, what is the value in mind now? Earlier, mind has 1. Now you have you got 3. Now you are going to replace 1 plus 2 is 3. You replace 1 with 3 in the mind. Again, you take mind is set to 3. I becomes 3. 3 plus 3, how much? 6. What do you do right now? Again, you overwrite 6 with 3 in the mind. Mind becomes 6. Again, mind is 6 and then I is 4. Now what happens, sir? Again, you are adding mind plus I. How much, sir? 10. Again, you are replacing that in the mind itself. Mind equal to 10. So what is the logic you are following here every time? You are taking a value, adding it to the mind, again replacing that in the mind itself. What is the logic you are following here? Tell me the logic you are applying.
Mind plus I.
Okay. Mind plus I. Okay, that's fine. Mind plus I is not enough. You add the value in the mind into I. Again, what you are doing? You are again in
Mind
storing
equals mind plus
mind
I.
itself, right? Is that what you are doing here? Is that what you do when you calculate that first 10 numbers? 1 plus 2, 3. You put that in mind. Again, what? 3 plus next value 3, 6. Again, you replace 6 in the mind. Again, 6 plus 4, 10. You replace in the mind. Is what you are doing every time you are adding a value to the mind and then again replacing that in the mind itself. That's what you are doing here. Correct? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Nobody is saying yes, no.
Yes, sir.
I think it's clear.
Yes.
Or all of you are good, or anybody has doubt on this? Anybody has doubt on this?
No, sir.
Little answers, guys. I think. So, is this logic clear to all of you, or anybody has a doubt on this?
I don't have any doubts, sir.
No
Okay.
doubt, sir.
Okay.
No
How about
doubt,
Shreya
sir.
and Signa? Now you do this program and just do this and give me the answer. Okay. Post me the problem. So I mean the solution.
You mean
Now this
the program for finding the sum of the numbers from 1 through 10?
correct.
Okay, sir. A minute. Let me mute my one.
See, you are free to stop me anywhere. If you have doubts, or you can ask me to repeat any number of times. Okay, but don't again have that doubt. I mean, any this thing is there with you, and don't keep it till you complete the session. So be proactive and try to interact if any such thing is there, because so that we can discuss. It's not like something which we don't understand. There might be two reasons sometimes. One, you don't listen properly, or might be I am not able to convey what I want to tell you. So it might be any one of these reasons. So we don't need to worry about it. You have issues, ask. Yeah, from tomorrow You don't need to wait for, you don't need to wait if you have time. You have so many problems. I have added so many problems for you. Okay. So if you have some waiting time, you can open my website. This one. Then you can see here exercise list, logic building programs. Go there. Okay, there are so many problems here, like this number patterns, star patterns. Okay, this alphabet patterns. I'll tell you a couple of examples how to solve them. Sequence, you can try sequences. I think you can try some of these problems. Whichever you can try, you can keep solving until if I am discussing with someone, or if I am explaining to someone one more time. String and recursion, you don't need this. These three things you can do it later. But these are the focus areas: number patterns, star patterns, alphabet patterns. You can also try some series programs. Okay. Now, so the problem. I think I am seeing only Pranav have done it, Sriya done it. Snigdha, I think I am not seeing from Snigdha. Snigdha, are you doing this?
Sir, I'm last year. I also sent it. You just have to scroll up.
Yeah, yeah. Last time I'm seeing your answers. Yes. I need to get from Snigdha and Sandy. Snigdha, finish it. Is it done? I could not hear you, Snigdha.
Yeah, it's done. I just need to put it in the chat box.
Okay. Yeah, that incrementation should that incrementation you can see there, Snigdha, that should change a bit there. I hope you should change the incrementation in the program, Snigdha. And also, instead of printing A, it's good if you print some, because we are finding some. So it's good to print some, Snigdha, more than printing A. My question is, do you understand this problem, Snigdha? మీకు అర్థమైందా, Snigdha?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, there are a couple of corrections to your program. So can you do it, Snigdha? I don't know if it has really worked for you, but still I see that you have some errors here. What is this, Sandilia? Sandy, why you are giving me this?
Oh, I accidentally sent the wrong program. I meant to send send the I equals 1, J equals 0, but I sent something else.
What
I
program
just
is
realized.
this? What you are
I don't
doing,
know.
man?
I don't know. That was something else that I was doing yesterday. This is my program now. The I equals 1, J equals 0. I just sent it.
Okay, why you are incrementing by 2, and what I greater than or equal to 10? I don't think it works, Sandy. There are so many
Oh,
bugs in the
wait.
code. There are corrections required. Uh, Snigdha, for you also there are a couple of corrections. Okay, so this
Yeah, but in my
implementation.
con in my in the console it said it didn't say any correct. It didn't say any syntax. So it doesn't say like I have an error or something.
But you have an error.
Oh,
Snigdha, do you think this will work?
print J. Spot print J.
So I am asking Snigdha. Snigdha, do you think this will work?
Sir, I fixed my code.
Again, same issue. I don't know if you have done that program or not. Do you think this will work?
No, I just fixed my code.
But still, there is an error here. That's not the right way of initialization. I don't know how it has really worked, but still, I want to work your program as is to test your code as is. Let me see if it is working in this. Can you see here? Save this code. Then I use your code as is. Okay, I didn't make any changes to this. Can you see an error? Sigda,
Yeah.
can you see an error? I am using your code only. I didn't use anything else. What's the mistake here in this?
The indentation got messed up when I pasted it.
Indentation is perfect. There is no issue with indentation. I am saying there is an issue with this statement. What is that? How do you initialize a variable?
I need to do a equals a plus 1.
Yes, you cannot reverse it. Okay, always the one which you should initialize should be at left side of assignment, and your logic has to be at the right side of assignment. That's how it is. And you flipped it. No, definitely it will
Um,
throw an error. That's why I told you to test your code and post to me. Now you run this.
sir, my program worked for me. Is there? I think it's right?
Your program don't work. Okay,
Oh, it works actually.
it won't work. Okay,
Wait, can I share my screen first? Can I share my screen? Because in my console it showed it worked.
no need, no need. I'll run here. Okay, let me show you. I'm copying your code as is. I'm testing here.
Yep.
This is your
Okay.
code. Okay, I is fine, J is fine. And what is this condition, man? What is this? How do you? What
Which
is
one?
your? Are you going from 1 to 10
Oh
or 10?
no, no, no. Okay, I fixed it. I just fixed it. We'll see.
You you
I'll
you
send it again.
continue.
I just fixed it.
Please
Oh,
listen
I
to me,
just
Sandy.
fixed it.
Sandy, listen to me. Listen to
Yeah.
me. Please keep quiet and listen to me. And you answer the questions which I am asking. Tell me the corrections here. What should I correct in this code?
You should correct making the greater than symbol into the I is less than or equal to 10.
Okay, then tell me what other corrections I have to do. Do you think this works? Why you are incrementing by 2 here?
Oh,
If
it's and then change the 2 into a 1, and then that's the correction. I made some
system.
corrections.
So you know, let me talk. Let me talk. You only answer to my questions, okay? Then after session we can talk more. So I am running your code. See here. See here. Don't touch your keyboard there. Okay? Observe here. When I run your code, what I am getting here, can you see this?
Yeah, because I put quotes inside that.
Okay. If you put quotes, okay, fine. I remove quotes then. Then do you think you get the answer?
No, because it's not supposed to be plus 2. It's supposed to be plus 1.
Huh?
That's because it's not supposed to be plus 2. It's supposed to be plus 1.
Where? Here?
Yes.
Okay. Then where is 55 now? What I am getting here? I'm getting cumulative sum, not getting total sum. What is this called as? What is this called?
Um. Oh, this
Cumulative.
is
This is cumulative, or you can also call this as incremental sum. What sum?
incremental sum, right?
I just need
Okay,
total
so
sum. What should I do then? Don't print this j inside the loop. Print this j after completing means outside loop.
wait, does it change the program if you print it outside the loop, sir?
So what is the why it will change the program? The purpose of this program is to we have done some. That's the responsibility of the loop. Now I need to
Oh
total
yeah, it
result.
just prints the end answer. It
So
just prints the 55. I just tested it.
yeah, yeah, I should print it outside the loop. Okay, go to run and then run module. Got 55 now. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another program. You can test it once, correct your mistakes, and put it in right order. That is important. Okay, this is fine, no issues. Instead of J, I recommend you to use some meaningful variables like some equal to 0 or like J is fine. But if you put some, it's better to understand. If you understand more, it increases readability. Okay, put it. Give some meaningful. Give some meaningful variable names.
Yes, sir. Like some.
Yeah. Otherwise, if not someone like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Test it once. Others can solve these problems.
I just tested it, sir.
No
I got
issues. Write a
55.
program. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine. No issues. Write a program to find. We have done sum of numbers. Sum of even numbers from 1 to 10, and then sum of odd numbers. Solve these problems.
Sir, I'm lost. Yeah, I finished.
You are too fast, class here. Hmm? Good. How about Pranav? How about Shreya? How about Sigda? How about Sandy? Can you put it in line by line, Shreya? You are giving me the all in one line, so it's good. Your output is perfect, but if you can give it as a program, it's easy for me to check it. What do you say, Shreya?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll fix it.
Uh, because it's difficult. There is no readability there. The problem with without readability is it takes time to understand that what you are writing. Okay. How about others? Did you finish it? Try this problem. Solve this problem. Take a sequence like this. I need output for this. Try it to.
Sir, should we print it as a string like that, or should it be the actual value output?
I need some 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus. I don't need that kind of output. I need some of that result. Okay, 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 3 into 3 plus 4 into 4 plus 5 into 5 like that. Okay, did you get my point?
Yes, sir. Should we do it from 1 to 10?
It's up to you. You can take n as input. You can try up and you can input from keyboard. You know, right? Did I teach you how to take input in Python?
I don't know.
No, sir, but you can just do input equals and then it'll.
Okay, then I'll just quickly tell you how to take input from keyboard Python. Okay, I'll do one thing first. Let's show you how to solve. Then I will talk about input function. Then you can work on this. How to do this kind of this thing, the sum of this pattern. For this previous program, sum of even numbers. Just you can do one thing. You can take an if and you can say 3% 2 equal to 0 colon. Then you can say sum equal to sum plus I. Sandy, you need to listen to what I am explaining. If you don't listen, then you are going to miss things. So you are always focusing on the machine only. Okay.
No, I'm finishing the program.
Okay. Now, that's all, guys. Just print the sum. That's enough for us. We got it. That is sum of even numbers. Sum of odd numbers, please just say equal to 1 or not equal to 0. It's up to you which one to take. Okay, we got 25 here. That's perfect. Okay, then how to input a value from keyboard? We have, next topic is that how to input a value from keyboard. Dynamic initialization always. Okay. So to do this in Python, we have input function. There is one more called raw input. Raw input works only in 2.x version. And input works in both versions. It supports both 2.x or 3.x. Okay. So the difference is, so the way it works is same. No, no, there is a slight difference, of course. We'll talk on that. I cannot work with raw input. You can check it yourself in 2.x. Let me talk about input in 3.x, how it works. Okay. So here it's a straightforward. I need just to input a value from keyboard. Then I just say some x equal to, you can say input of, this is, you don't need to give anything in the bracket parentheses. This is a function, input function. Just for our, this thing, our readability purpose, we can say enter x. This string is for our convenience. If you don't use the string, it's not mandatory here. You can still input a value just by taking input function. But the point is here, this will take input as string itself. How it takes it? It takes a input as what? As a string itself. Okay. It accepts the input. Whatever you input from keyboard, it accepts as a string. You input 10, you input 20, you input anything. What it does? It accepts as a string only. You give some true, you give some anything, it accepts like that. Okay. So now the point is what you have to do right now. But sometimes we need to convert that string to number. You know, right? How to apply casting. I'll just use a small piece of code here. A quick idea. You can take an x equal to input of just for quick testing. I am using prompt. Later on, you can try in the idle. Okay, enter x, and then it is asking me to enter x. I give 10, then print x now. X is a string. Can you see this now? I want it to be an integer. What should I do? I have to apply a casting. I told you, right? Type conversion. Int of input of x. Of course, it's my mistake. I should input something here. That is important. Print x. But you need to apply casting to int only if that string you enter from keyboard is a numeric string. What string is that? What kind of string is that?
Numeric string.
It's a numeric string. You got it? Or you know, did you know? Is it clear to all of you? Okay, this is what input function is.
Yes,
So
sir. I just sent the code for the problem that you gave.
Correct. No issues. But I'm just giving you a quick idea for everyone. If anybody don't have any idea, so this gives you some quick idea there. Now you are ready to test your code now. Last day it's perfect. It's good. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Others are good, right? I'm not hearing anything from others. Shreya, Srikda.
Yes, sir. I don't have any questions.
Okay. How about others? Shreya and Srikda. You have to see. I'm asking you only, Shreya and Srikda. It's like, am I audible to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happened? Can you check with Shreya and Srikda whether they were there available or not?
Hello? Yes, sir, we can hear you now.
What happened earlier? Any issue?
We couldn't hear you before what you said.
You are not able to hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Okay, fine, no issues, sir. Is this clear for both of you, Shrey and Sinkan? Do you understand how to input a value from keyboard? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. How about Shreya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you solve this problem now. Okay, now you try this. Enter n from keyboard, and n can be 5 or can be 10, it's up to you. Until how many numbers you want to do that product, you do it. It's like uh, squares of numbers and their sum. Okay, if you take n as 5, it will give up to 5. Sum of first 5 squares. If you give n as 10, it will give up to 10. It's up to you how many squares you want to sum. Do it and show. Give me the chart box. This is last program for today, and we can do it tomorrow. Okay. Sandy, do you get that? How to find, how to take input from this thing? Okay, once you finish, then we can stop the session. So, fine. Waiting for Sandy and Shreya and Snigdha's answers. I think Pranav and Lasya are done. Yeah, you can take a break if you want, Pranav and Lasya. So you are done, okay? You can relax and do your works. Just send me the answers, okay?
I sent mine. Okay. Still anybody has doubts there? So no doubts? Give me some answer, guys. Yes, no?
No questions, sir.
I have a question, sir.
Okay, how about Shreya and Snigdha? Are you good?
We're good.
Okay, then tell me, Sandy, what's your question? Others can, you can drop your drop issues. We are done with for today's session. You can
My
drop.
program is not working.
Shreya, Snigdha, Pranav, and Lasya. No issues. If you wish, you can drop one.
Okay, thank
Can I share
you.
my screen?
Thank
Yeah,
Okay,
you.
thanks, sir.
thanks to
Thank
all
you,
of you.
sir.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me, Sandy.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, no issues.
Can you see it? Sir?
Yeah, tell me.
So when I run this program, like I get enter number for y, and after that I don't get anything else.
Okay. But in the while loop, what is that you are using there?
Where?
You can see that the incrementation, it's not following the indentation.
In this one. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Now it works. I forgot to indent the Z thing. Oh, thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, Sandy. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye, sir.
Any more questions?
No more. No questions, sir. That's it.
Okay, guys. Sandy,
So
you have to.
I just have one question, but it's not really related to that program.
Okay.
Can you like look at this? I'm just trying to write a calculator program, but you see, when I'm trying to write I want to like make a power like a exponents, but I'm not able to get it correct because I live here, and then I over here I do like g equals um a star star b, and then it doesn't work over here. Run. Enter integer number 2, 3. Um, power is. Oh, no, I forgot. Stop.
Hey, how many times you give that choice A, man?
Wait. Choice A. Choice. Yeah, addition is A, subtraction S,
In the
and
program, Sandy.
yeah.
ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో 2 సార్లు ఇచ్చావు చూడు అక్కడ. అరే కోడ్ చూడు శాండీ.
Okay. Yeah.
ఎదురా అక్కడ చాయిస్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏ అని డివిజన్ చేసావు. చాయిస్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏ అని నువ్వు ఏం చేసావు ఇంకోటి.
Oh, no. I meant to do. What was it? E. E for
పవర్
exponent.
చేసావు. మరి ఎట్లా వస్తుంది, నీకు రాదు కదా.
Wait, why doesn't that work?
You cannot have same choice for 2 different logics, right?
Oh, yeah.
It will always execute the first case. It won't execute the second case.
But for here, it's not gonna work after I do this. So first, the enter integer number 2. Uh, X run.
So these are not command line arguments, man.
Okay.
That
2, 3. E for exponent, and then after that, it's not. Let's say it doesn't do the power. Like it doesn't give you the answer after that.
okay. Try it one more time.
I forgot a print statement. G, yeah. Run. 2, enter, 3, enter. I'm gonna do exponents E.
Wait a
So,
minute.
oh, now
Stop there, buddy.
now what?
Sandy, listen to me first. You have to
Yeah.
listen.
Oh, sorry,
Wait
sir.
there.
Yeah.
Ask you to wait there. You are not at all listening to me. Go to the program, third line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'll do that. 1 minute. Yes, sir. Third line over here.
You get the answer, right? What is the problem? You got the answer. 8.0 is there, right? What is the issue?
Oh, previously it didn't work. I don't know how.
Okay. Now I am there, right? That's why it's working.
Oh yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, run it one more time.
Okay, sir.
See the class when I am, Sandy చెప్పేటప్పుడు మీరు వినాలి, టైప్ చేస్తూ అంటున్నారు. ఓకేనా?
Okay, sir.
నేను చెప్తున్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు విన్న తర్వాత మీరు చేయాలి. ఓకేనా?
Okay, sir.
మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే నేను చెప్తూ ఉన్నాను, మీరేమో టైప్ చేస్తున్నట్టున్నారు. ఓకే,
Yes, sir.
మీరు వినాలి ఫస్ట్. వినకుండా మీరు టైప్ చేస్తే హెల్ప్ కాదు, అది నీకు అంత హెల్ప్ అవ్వదు శాండీ. ఫస్ట్ వినాలి, విన్న తర్వాత చేయాలి, డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగాలి, అలా చేయాలి. అలా ఓకేనా?
Yes, sir.
నీకు బాగా రావాలా వద్దా పైథాన్?
Yes, Rahul sir, బాగా.
మరి బాగా రావాలంటే ఫస్ట్ నేను చెప్పేది వినాలి. నీకు ఆల్రెడీ వచ్చు, దట్స్ గుడ్, రియల్లీ ఐ అప్రిషియేట్. కానీ నేను చెప్పేది కూడా వింటే ఇంకా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది నీకు.
Yes, sir.
ఓకేనా?
Yes, sir.
సరే, ఓకే, సీ యూ శాండీ.
Thank you. Bye, sir.
బాయ్ బాయ్.
Bye.